I'm hoping this bloating's dire symptoms. I don't wake up every day feeling motivated. This is how I healed my gut and I felt the best I've ever felt in my life. Legs and booty day. Mia and I are gonna make some ice creams. They're actually frozen yogurts. The kids always want ice cream, so I thought, what is a healthier option? And this is what I came up with. Okay, how's that look? Good?
Yep. Do you think it's bright?
Yeah, it is bright. Welcome to the Mia and Mummy show. We're making popsicles. I got these online, little sticks, and we can make our own ice creams. So it's gonna be frozen yogurt. I've got some natural yogurt here. It's lactose free, so I don't like having lactose. I've got strawberries, blueberries, and banana. And then we've got Women's Best vegan protein in vanilla flavor and super greens and superfood powder, which is their new one. First of all, we need to put some water in it.
That's all. Oh. Huh?
You need some help. Okay, like this. Oh! Uh-oh.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh. Now we're gonna take it over and blend it up.
I'm so excited to taste this.
Now, are you gonna be able to pour this in?
Yeah.
You
Actually,
sure?
no. It's not yummy.
Does it? All right, have a try. What do you think?
Yummy.
Is it? Ready?
Now what?
We gotta put them in the freezer. It is good. Yum. How good is it?
Yeah.
Good job, Mia. Is that good?
It's really good.
Got our lawn.
Silly.
Good morning, guys. All right, so I'm not going to pretend to be all motivated and everything because I feel the opposite to it. I don't know why. I mean, I want to blame the full moon last night for how I'm feeling, but I don't know. Sometimes you just have to accept that you feel the way you do, you know? So how am I going to change it? How am I going to make myself feel better and more positive and motivated? It's up to me. I don't wake up every day feeling motivated like a lot of people might think. I wake up most mornings not even wanting to train, especially at the moment. I'm so freaking tired. Life's been hectic. It's just non-stop. So I'm gonna share with you some things that I do to help me get back on track, to help me get motivated again and reset my mind or my mind frame, I guess. And yeah, how I just get moving. Basically, I just like to get into robot mode, I like to call it. But you don't think about it. You don't overthink and try to talk yourself out of it. You just put your clothes on and your shoes on and get yourself ready and you just do it without thinking too much. And every time I do train, I go to the gym and do it, even when I don't feel like it. After, I always feel so proud of myself for doing it and I feel so much better. I never regret a workout. So I'm trying to think of that and I'm trying to fast forward and see the future self, my future self, and how good I'll feel. So I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, woke up today just feeling, but I've got some filming coming up and I wanna look and feel my best for it because then I feel my most confident and most capable of getting through it. So I've gotta keep my eye on that. And also, obviously, this is a lifestyle for me. I do this long term. People often ask, what are you training for? And it's for life. It's so I feel my best and I'm capable of getting through the days, the long days. Enough waffling. I need to go and get myself ready. Let's go. Join me for some breath work?
Yes!
Okay.
What?
Are you gonna sit still and be quiet and let me do it?
Yeah.
I think you're lying. All right, let's do it.
What? Good. Whoa.
Are you doing a dance? All right. Thank you for making me laugh, little Isaac. Mummy has to get dressed. All right, so I got myself dressed. I've taken the first step, and the first step's usually the hardest. Now I just gotta get my ass to the gym and get it done. But I'm just reminding myself of why I train, why I choose to do this, because I want to be the best I can be. I want to be my happiest self. I want to be strong, resilient, capable. I want to be the best mother I can be to my two little munchkins. One's downstairs, one's at school at the moment. But yeah, I just want to feel the best I can. And at the moment I feel crap, and part of it's because my gut has been really bad. I mean, we just had a full moon, and that can make parasites and things go crazy, so that could be it. But I think I'm gonna have to, I will have to do some Sibo stuff with my diet and supplements. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do it, this is how I healed my gut last year, and I felt the best I've ever felt in my life. Then Christmas came around and I started having a few, let's just say, not Sibo friendly food, stuff that's like sugary, you know, because I just have to live sometimes. I live this way long term and it gets exhausting, and I just want to feel normal and be able to have some treats every now and then. So anyway, it's brought it all back, I think. So the Sibo, I mean. So I'm gonna do my Sibo diet and be really strict with that. So I can take you through that if you want, but also you must keep in mind that I am not qualified, I'm not an expert, I just have years and years and years, decades of experience with this stuff. But you must go and see someone who is an actual expert, who's qualified, rather than just copying me or someone else online. However, the reason I choose to share this stuff is because I know how frustrating it is, and I know how expensive it is. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars, and I know that most people cannot afford to do that. It's ridiculous, you know. The cost of trying to get your health normal is unaffordable. If I do share, I can at least educate people and help people a little bit who are struggling like I am. Let me know in the comments if you do want to see more, and also don't forget to subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that, but like, subscribe, share, comment, all those things. All right, let's get into my day. The delivery guy from Woolies is hot. Are you the chef also?
Doesn't get any action, but he's good to look at.
I can give you action. Got to bend down to fit in. So one of the changes I'm making to help myself and help my tummy is to cut down on my caffeine, and I may even remove it completely, which I've done before. I'm doing a half strength latte. It's smaller, so less milk in it. I don't know whether the milks are causing an issue, because a lot of milks are high FODMAP, histamine. They might like increase the histamines or be high in histamine. Also, there's a lot of gums in milks, like guar gum and xanthan gum. So I always check the back of the milks to make sure I'm not having anything like that, because that can feed the bad bacteria. We don't want that. There's so much to remember. And when I look at the lists, the low FODMAP lists of food that are safe, and then the low histamine foods, and you cross match them or cross check, there's literally nothing left. If I go and catch my fish out there and eat it, then it's okay, because it's low FODMAP, and it's also low in histamine, because histamines increase as food gets older. And if you say cook something, the longer you cook it, the higher the histamines are. When you've got like fresh food and it starts to go off, the histamines increase. So like it's everywhere. And I don't want to take antihistamines forever. Sometimes I do take them because I have to survive and get through the day. But I do DAO enzyme, which helps process and break down histamines. And I try to do that as much as I can, but I just want to get to a point where I don't have to take anything and I can just eat normally, you know, just normal healthy food. So anyway, we're getting there, okay? It's a step in the right direction. So I just need to make myself feel good now so my body's functioning well. And then obviously you've got the gut-brain connection, and if your gut is not right, it affects your brain and your mental health and you feel crap and unmotivated. So one step at a time, one change at a time. Need a bigger bag.
Zachy. Zachy boy. Legs and booty day, my favorite. All right, we're starting with some step ups. So I always use something that is sturdy. Safety is always first. You can use a higher step if you want to get more glute engagement, but I just like to use this height. I think it's really good exercise, especially for my knees. It's one of the exercises I'm doing to help strengthen my knees, but it also engages the glutes a lot. So as you can see, I'm bringing my leg back and across, and I'm making sure I go back as far as I can safely and comfortably, and then I'm pushing through my glute to stand up while leaning over slightly. This engages the glute more. You can make this more difficult by adding some weights if you want to make it as part of your workout, but I like to use it as a warm-up. Hip thrust, my favorite booty exercise. I have dramatically decreased the weight that I lift for this. I used to do about twice this, but my hips and back were doing most of the work and my glutes weren't really feeling it as much. So I've dropped the weight down and I focus on doing the scoop method. So as you can see, I'm keeping my upper body still and my chin is tucked. I'm looking forward, and then I'm squeezing my glutes and fully extending at the hip to make sure that my glutes are getting a full contraction. This is what you want to aim for, in my opinion, when doing the hip thrust. There are a few different ways you can do it, and it doesn't mean that mine is better for everyone, but it's just how I prefer to do it. I feel this most in the glutes, and I get the biggest burn I've ever had doing it this way, even with lighter weight. So as you can see, I'm pausing at the top and I'm not coming all the way down to the ground. So my butt doesn't go near the ground, sort of just halfway, and then up, pause, and back down again. All right, a couple of little tips. Dig your big toes into the ground. This will help engage the glutes more. Another thing, the closer you have your feet to your butt, the more glute engagement. The further away from your butt, the more hamstring engagement. But if you go too close, you get too much quad engagement. So you want to go somewhere in the middle. All right, here's the pulses at the end that I do, and it is really tough. I do about 10 or so, and then I try to hold for 10 seconds, but I never make 10. It's too hard. Moving on to the hip abduction machine. I had to get these pads on Amazon. They're actually yoga pads so that I could bring my knees in closer, because this machine, for whatever reason, doesn't allow that to happen. And I think it's really important when you're trying to grow. I was going to say glow. We want our glutes to glow, don't we? We want them to grow and strengthen. It's important to get that full range of motion. So these pads do the trick. I focus on keeping my core engaged, and as you can see, I push my legs out as far as I can get them, but then I slow it down when my legs are coming together. I just feel it more in the glutes this way. Usually I do about 15 or so reps, but I don't stick to a particular rep range. I just aim for failure, so I just do as many as I can do. If I am struggling and I feel like my form is being sacrificed, I will stop for a few seconds and then go back into it and try and bang out a few more just to really fatigue those glutes. Towards the end, I do struggle to get that full range, so I just do the best I can, and those half reps do count because my glutes are burning. Moving on to the leg press, we're going to do a loonie. a loony movement, guys. We're going to do a unilateral movement, which means you're doing one leg at a time. And it's great to train this way because sometimes you have imbalances. Most people do. And this ensures that both legs are getting the same amount of pressure and use. So the setup's going to be different for everyone. You're going to have to play around, move your foot up, move it down a bit. Just make sure you find a position that feels comfortable and allows for a full stretch of the glute. Another thing you want to watch out for, don't let your knee sort of cave in or go out to the side. Try and keep it above where your ankle is. A lot of people think that this is bad for your knees, but it's not, because it's basically mimicking a glute lunge, and I'm actually doing my glute lunges as a rehab exercise for my bad knees, and it is working. So it's not bad, it's only bad if you do the wrong technique or a dangerous technique, and that applies to all exercises. So this hits the outer glute, the glute medius and minimus really well, and it hurts. Another hip abduction exercise, this is a standing one. I'm working my glutes a lot at the moment because I need them to be super strong so I can perform my back levers at gymnastics. I don't know if you've seen my Instagram, but I post a lever pretty much every week because I'm working on it all the time, and I can do it with my legs apart in a straddle position, but I can't do it with my feet together. So that's what I'm working on, and my glutes have to be so strong, so I'm doing a lot of glute medius and minimus work, as well as my hip thrusts and lunges and things like that, which you've seen in this video. So I ended the workout there. I usually do train my calves as well, but I ran out of time. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it.
I'm hoping this bloating's die of symptoms and that the Sibo is getting killed off. I've already started eating this. It doesn't look very appetizing or appealing, but this is 3 chicken thighs, and Dec cooked them in the pressure cooker for me, and steamed carrot and zucchini with broccoli sprouts and dulse flakes, and there's parsley underneath. And that's the pressure cooker he cooked the chicken in. So today I felt completely off, not myself at all. And I've been doing some herbals to help my tummy because I'm convinced Sibo is back, and it was a full moon last night, and that's usually the time they say is the best time to actually treat Sibo and kill the bugs. So I think that's what happened, and there's a lot of toxins released when the bacteria is killed. And if you do have leaky gut, which is basically little holes, to put it very basically, little holes in your digestive system where the bacteria or toxins and parts of it can actually leak through and then get into your bloodstream, and it creates an immune response, which I think that might be happening to me as well because I've had it before. So it's no wonder I was feeling awful. I did my leg session at the gym and came home and I was laying on the couch, which is something I never do. And I was like, I should be doing work. I've got so much to do and housework and everything. And then you feel guilty, but I was like, I just need to do this. I had some activated charcoal as well, which helps bind to the toxins to get rid of them and the dying bugs. Look, I'm hoping this is what's happening. This is what I've read, but you can only hope, right? So I think it's a good thing that I'm feeling like this because they are evacuating. You just have to be gentle though as well and not go too hard because your liver's got to detox and get rid of all this. So you got to make sure you're not going too hard because you still want to be able to heal as well, which is why rest is so important. And it's one of the reasons why I chose to rest today after the gym. And I didn't go to gymnastics, which is a big thing for me. So I haven't been to gymnastics in a couple of weeks now and I'm missing it, but it's just been too crazy, too busy, too much to do, and I haven't been feeling my best. So got to get myself back there. So a lot of it is calming my nervous system down as well. Rest, heal, recover, all that stuff. So I'm going to have this, and then after I'll get in the sauna. I usually have a sauna without eating prior to the sauna, but I'm too hungry.